What's up, y'all? It's 1WayPastCool. Back with another video. Today I want to speak on some couple things that I've been seeing. One thing out here in Cali is that we don't mess with rats and snitches and shit. It ain't about being tough and gangster and all that shit like that. It's just about being real. It's my whole life and shit I've been involved with bullshit and suckers and snitches and all that shit. I don't play that shit. I don't know how y'all fucking think, oh, nobody matters and it don't matter and shit. It matters to someone like me. A few of us and shit, it matters and shit. Cause shit, we can't fuck with people like y'all and shit. You like to jack your friends and shit, whatever y'all do and shit, I ain't down with that shit. And I see a lot of y'all are starting to side with these suckers and shit. It's all good and shit. I know y'all want to say fucking y'all one way Asian and shit. So fuck it, we gonna side with our people and shit. Y'all gonna side with rats and shit? Shit, one way ain't no rat. One way ain't no snitch. One way's just a real person out here, born and raised in California and shit. Ain't with that snitch shit. We ain't with that shit. I ain't talking about acting tough either and shit. That's just don't slide with nobody that I rock with and shit. Fucking old vets and shit. OGs, gangsters and shit. Plugs and shit. All kinds of people out here doing all kinds of shit. Imagine being labeled as a motherfucking rat or a snitch or a tattletale and shit. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's like the worst thing. That's when you live that, when you really up in the fucking mob and shit, and you really about that shit, that's the worst enemy type shit, right? What happens to snitches and shit. Y'all know what happens and shit. Y'all see them fucking suckers and shit been taking them trunk rides and shit. Motherfuckers be out there fishing and shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's what happens to snitches and shit. That's how I was born and raised and shit. My pops don't play with no snitches and shit. Nobody I know play with no snitches and shit. All the real rap folks that I fuck with and shit in the rap game and shit ain't no snitches and shit. So you got to understand and shit what I'm talking about and shit. It don't give a fuck who you all think you is, what kind of fucking background shit y'all think you guys have, or whatever kind of history you think. The fact of it is and shit, once a rat, always a rat. You can't fuck with rats and shit. Hell no. That's a big no-no out here in not even just California, in the whole world and shit. The whole world and shit. Imagine being labeled as someone you can't trust and shit. A rat. Motherfucker that will fucking turn on your friend and shit, your best friend and shit. We ain't talking about ratting and snitching on fucking folks that you don't know and shit like that. Even then, that shit ain't right. But these motherfuckers out here, they be ratting on their own folks and shit, their own friends, their own family and shit, their own circle and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I don't know. This rat life and shit out here is hell crazy and shit. It's one thing out here in Cali and shit. I keep talking about Cali and shit. That's just because that's where I'm from and shit. But just in general out here in the world, or the real world and shit, the streets and shit, whether y'all call them the YouTube streets or whatever, don't fucking play with no rats and shit. Go on YouTube, go on Instagram, go on any social media and watch how Watch how a rat is portrayed and shit in any fucking light and shit. Whether it's roaming the streets or whether it's fucking doing it the wrong way or whatever and shit. You don't want to be labeled as a rat out here in the world and shit. That's a shit label right there, right? That's like fucking, you know, these little fucking, y'all guys talking about being gangster and shit like that. If y'all know about the real gangster life and shit, then you know these little youngsters out here and shit, they be looking for rats and shit, y'all. So, that's just keeping it real and shit where I'm from and shit. Youngsters out here, they like to fucking look for rats and shit, you know what I'm saying? Make a name for themselves and shit, put stripes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Let it be known and shit that they don't play with rats and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's just one thing out here, you know, in life that you gotta just be real about and shit. I don't care what you are, what kind of rapper you is, whatever you fucking come from and shit. If you a snitch and shit, guarantee you I ain't playing your shit no more. Guarantee you I ain't finna fuck with you. And I know y'all wanna say, oh, that's just the Asian thing. Okay, that's cool. That's the Asian thing. Asians don't fuck with rats and shit. No matter how much y'all want to fucking say this and that and shit, I'm just keeping that shit 100 and shit. I don't know any Asian that fucking fuck with rats and shit. Streets don't play with bullies and shit. Streets don't play with rats and shit. Y'all see what happened to Hassan and shit. I mean, I know that shit looked hella fake and shit. Probably his cameraman probably shot him while he was sitting in his car or some shit just to play it off. But y'all don't see what happened. Even motherfuckers like that, you talk loud and shit, the younger's gonna come through and shit and shut your ass up and shit. Lucky your ass don't get shut up permanently and shit. That's what really happens and shit. You talk too much and shit. Motherfucker shut your ass up, or you ain't gonna say nothing, you ain't gonna do nothing, and that's a wrap. I just thought I'd speak on some shit. All you tough guys out here bullying youngsters and shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the way to go. That ain't the way to show like you somebody and shit. That's just some sucker shit right there. That's like 1Way going and picking on some little youngin' and shit, cause he ain't got no style or some shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Just thought I'd speak on some shit, cause I'm hearing a lot of shit. So, just thought I'd speak on it and shit. Just let y'all know and shit. There's some sucker shit out there. Especially if you're a rat. It's a rap after that. You shouldn't be saying nothing after that. If you're a rat, you shouldn't be saying nothing.